What's going on, everybody? It's your main man proving the play. This is the roundup. It don't get no better than this. Northwest ESPN. Yeah, that's me, your main man proving the play. Make sure you like, comment, and share. That means like this page. Comment with some things you want to talk about, and more importantly, share with other people. I got the guru, Bill Elleby, coming to join the show. We're going to talk about all things Metro basketball and state basketball. He gonna tell you his takes on what he has seen and all of that good stuff. It's a great time talking to Bill about what's going on in basketball, especially, but just the community atmosphere, everything, the atmosphere of the gym, and all of that good stuff. We do got to talk about some things. I don't know why it's such a secret. We do got to congratulate Coach Jones on being the head coach of Garfield football. I don't know why it was so secretive, but big shout out to him. Everybody that's tuning in. I mean, you know what? I'm going to wait until some people tune in until I get the guru in this thing, and then we're going to get it started, man. Welcome to the roundup, man. You know it don't get no better. Broke my heart. Lamar Carter, what's popping with you? Tremaine, what's happening with you, family? Yeah, I seen them. Yeah, I seen your picture too. You was holding the little Metro Championship. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Big shout out to Coach Nathan Hale. Yeah, they're in District 2. They got to play Renton tomorrow. A big shout out, yeah. Don't act like I ain't been. I researched these brackets. I'm a bracketologist when it comes to this here. I am locked in. Just letting you know that right now off the muscle. Okay. You lied to me. Hey, don't you lie to me. Okay. Yes, I tried. Terrence, what's popping with you? Glaze 2-5. Oh, Raider Beach Select is in the building. What's happening with y'all? Everybody that's in the building. I appreciate all of y'all tuning in. It is the roundup. It don't get no better than this. Yeah. Which Jones is it? Love Jones? I mean, it can be a Love Jones, okay? Who is it? Who, Mike Jones? Who? Back then they did one, but now I'm hot. They all on me. Hey, man, I got to make sure Bill Elleby's in the building first. You know what I mean? Because when Bill Elleby gets in here, you know, somebody tag the guru Bill Elleby. Tell him his presence is highly needed at this point. Come on. Auntie Sean's in the building. Frankie, how you feel? Everybody that's in the building, I appreciate it. Good morning. Kizzy, my sister, what's happening with you? Shout out to the gang out in this joint. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Beach Boys winning the Metro Championship. They are, you know, the king of the city right now. You know what I mean? Shout out to them Beach Boys handling business. Big shout out to Eastside Catholic, Darnelia Russell. Eastside in her second year now. She won the Metro Championships. Come on now. Okay, return to the map. Hey. Come on. Somebody tag Bill Elleby. Tell him the guru, we need the guru's perspective of what happened. It was some upsets around here. It's some, you know, yeah. Big congratulations to Coach Jones being the head coach of Garfield football. I know a lot of y'all want to know Zay John, what's happening with his family? Yes, sir. Now, I know a lot of y'all want to know which Jones it is, but y'all should figure it out right now. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of y'all thinking that it's one Jones and it might be another Jones. Are you keeping up with these Joneses is what my question would be. Now, somebody tag Bill Elleby. I got to see him in here. I ain't seen him in here. We got to see what's going on. Now, I ain't seen Big Will in here. I know all of y'all got your day off. I seen the invite. Big shout out to everybody that a lot of basketball being played this past weekend. The first round of districts was already on Saturday. It was just crazy. Big shout out to the guru. He's in the building. What's going on, guru? How you feel?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? But I got something to say off the top. Uh-oh. Old Day Irish, Keandre McGee, Will Smith, Riley, Coach Riley,
Reggie Miller. You gave him to Reggie Miller.
they choked it. They choked it, bro. And I can't believe they choked it. They choked it. Choke.
Expecting a
No
little
sense.
better from them. I mean, they were at home, but things happen. Blanchette's a very tough team. They only lost one game in their division, so
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. They're in the lower division. They were in the top division. Oh, they were supposed to win. There's no excuses. I don't want to hear it. There's nothing you can say, Proof. I'm sorry. Will Smith, they choked it. You better stay off my line, too. Don't text me or call me again. You're banned. You're banned. You're banned from talking to me.
oh my God. Big shout out to Bill. Hey, Bill, since we talk about these games right now, we was live streaming the Metro Championships. I see you got the Garfield hat on. You're proud. I'm glad that you're proud. But the Metro Championships, how did you feel about the game as we were broadcasting the game? As you watched it again, what was your feelings about the game?
Man, I thought that was a great game, man. Garfield started off doing what they, competing with Rainier Beach. They're going back and forth, but you can't run with Rainier Beach. That Caden Powers, man, he was something special, man. He played so great. I mean, he hit some shots that pros can't hit. I mean, it was so beautiful to watch, man. It was like basketball poetry that night, man. And then you had Petty take over the second half of the game. He ended up having 27. And then you had Dre Morris. He just completed the whole sandwich, man. So they had a triple stack burger going on Garfield, man. It was something special to see.
I do think it was a great game in the first half. I think when Garfield was really giving it to Juju, finding a way to get Juju easier baskets, and he was window shopping. He was getting every rebound down there. I think they lost touch of that going inside out, and it kind of, trying to run with Rainier Beach really didn't work for them. I don't think it will work for anybody running with Rainier Beach. They just got way too many horses over there.
Well, Garfield has to finish. I mean, you had Trip Haywood, Mono. These guys missed some shots going to the basket, some little chippies they have to make, and stop looking at the rest for calls. But they have to finish. But I think, talking to Brandon Roy since that game, he realized he has to go down low to Juju, slow it down a little bit, play a little more methodical basketball, keep that game in the 60s, 70s, because you can't run with Rainier Beach. I mean, they're averaging 95 points a game, Proof. They've had 7 games over 100 points. Like, they're a well-oiled machine right now. They play so well together, passing the ball together. And it's just basketball one-on-one with Rainier Beach right now, Coach Mike Mathias' crew.
I definitely think that crew is a well-oiled machine. You're going to have to play a damn near perfect game to beat them. But I do think if they have any Achilles heel, it would be their size down low. And you're going to have to take advantage of that at times. But I think they make up with it with so much tenacity on defense. Everybody's getting in everybody's mugger. And they all trying to get a rebound, and they're darting. As they get that rebound, it's like a blur going down half court, sir.
I think it's time to talk about the McNeese brothers because, Tremaine McNeese, he's on my all-metro team, but we got to give Marquise, McNeese some credit too. The McNeese brothers, man, hey, they're King Kong down there, Proof. They're taking over the inside paint. They're making it look so easy. They're playing like they're 7 feet. I mean, I don't know how you can stop the McNeese brothers right now. They're getting every shot they want. They're wide open. They're rebounding. They're blocking shots. Like, you guys have to toughen up, man. You got to get your big boy pants on right now with the McNeese brothers because they're not playing around.
Listen, and that is the product of a dual sport athlete. These kids play football as well as play basketball. You got to let these kids do both. Another a team and players that I came to mind when I start talking about dual athletes is the kids over there at Bellevue. That Bryce Smith and that Nick Navarro, I think both of them. I don't know too many teams right now in the state right now. A 50-50 ball, I'm going to really think that Bellevue going to get that ball before anybody else. They're just so rough and tough with it, and they can finish at the cut.
Man, that's a great call, Proof. I went to that game when they played Liberty at Renton High School, and Nick Nora, man, he's like a bowling ball going to the basket, bouncing off of everybody, flexing his muscles. I mean, he's just real tough, finishing at the rim. And then you got Bryce Smith. I mean, he's had a couple of dunks in the fast break. He's going to the basket hard, teardropping, and he has some swag. He talks a lot of shit. So he's going to be ready to play. He's going to be ready to play. And I seen Bryce Smith. I was talking to his mom, but I seen him looking up there, kind of looking at me like, yeah, Guru, you ain't been to none of my games. You want to be in Metro. You know, I get that little look, and I was like, okay, Bryce, your chance is coming, bro. Your chance is coming, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I love what Coach Kelly's doing at Bellevue right now, Proof. I love what he's doing.
He really bringing the culture and his own culture. I like a lot of these coaches right now and what they're doing. I got to give a big shout out to Jerry Petty and the coach from Nathan Hale. Both of them are in District 2 2A tournament this year. This coming up this Tuesday. Actually, their second round is coming up this Tuesday. And so I got to give them some big shout outs. I think Foster plays Lindbergh at Foster, and then you got Renton playing Nathan Hale. So it's gonna be some smoke in the city.
I'm glad you brought up Jerry Petty because you know that's my guy. He coached my son CJ and all my kids at the Vista, and then at Cleveland, and now he's at Foster. Let's just say it. Everywhere Jerry Petty goes, he wins. He was coach of the year in Metro. Now he's winning at Foster. I mean, he has that championship Garfield culture and that defense. And I love that video.
You had to slide in the Garfield culture. Huh? You had to slide that in.
But I love that video you did, Proof, showing him in the locker room with his kids and how excited them kids are with him and how much they come together and all the enthusiasm they have. That's Jerry Petty, man, and that passion comes out every time with his teams.
And you know what? Now that you say something, are we going to do this live thing? Because if we are, I got something for you, okay? Because I'm tired of you outdoing me with this bow tie and all of that. And I ain't no bow tie type of player, but I got something for you. This is what I'm coming with right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to bring my hoodie.
Okay.
Pull up on you. I'm going to pull up on you. I'm tired of you in here with these bow ties now. Okay, you killing me, man, with them lemon pepper steppers. Okay, you ain't going to outshow me no more. Now, listen, we got to talk about some more games that's about to be played, right? We got to talk about West Seattle versus Roosevelt. West Seattle won that game by 3 points, 44-41. That means Roosevelt's out. What do you think about what a job Freddie Wilson's doing over there at West Seattle?
He's doing a great job. I mean, Freddie Wilson, if you don't know, he spends the most time with his kids, you know, from sun up to sundown over the course of the season and the off season. He was at Cleveland, Proof, and they're in the gym every day working. I mean, he's really dedicated to making these kids better, really dedicated to the game. And I'm happy for him, man. I mean, he's on that sideline screaming and yelling at his players, basketball, you know, moments, basketball talk. And he's really a great coach, man. He's doing a great job at West Seattle. I thought Roosevelt could have won that game. I didn't see it, but Roosevelt had the size advantage down low, you know, but they've been having problems shooting that three. But West Seattle, they're scrappy. They're really scrappy. You know, their players are underrated, Proof. You know, and I think West Seattle's going to make a run. They're going to make a good run.
Well, they do got to play tomorrow. They play Bellevue tomorrow at Newport High School at 7:15. That's going to be a great game. The game before that at 3:45 will be Seattle Prep versus Garfield. 3:45. That's the first game, really. That's the first game.
Well, you know what? Garfield, man, that Seattle Prep series, man. I mean, Garfield won by 4 the first game. Then they won by 10 the second game. That game's going to be real close. And, you know,
mind you, the second game they did Seattle Prep didn't have Beckham King. And so I'm looking at that as a little different than, you know, it is playoff time. I just don't know. I think it's going to be a great game.
I got to talk about something. I'm going to post him today. Nico Christopoulos. I mean, we complain and talk mess about him being on the first team Metro. You know, I apologize to him.
Complaining at him
but
at all.
I apologize to Nico when I told him, I said, I should have had you on my second team instead of my third team. And he said, I inspired him because I didn't put him on none of my preseason teams. Nico Christopoulos is the real deal Holyfield. I mean, the kid is 6'2". He can shoot it. He can handle. He is so crafty. I mean, this kid has been very consistent. And so I'm putting Garfield on notice today. They better be ready to play. Trip Hayward better get this game together because this kid, Nico Christopoulos, man, he can play.
Definitely play basketball. He's been very consistent. One of the most consistent guards I've had this year in Metro. I will say that. When Beckham King was out, he really held that Seattle Prep team and kept them at bay. Him with Neuron, they're shooting lights out right at the right time, I feel, for Seattle Prep. They're just shooting lights out. They know where each other are going to be at, and they're shooting the ball very well.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. because Neuron is my guy. He trains with Donald Watts. I love him. I love his dad. But every time he plays Garfield the last two times, he was soft as cotton. And I know he can
Ooh,
shoot the ball. He can shoot the ball great.
hey, somebody said that about CJ back in the day. I think it was like almost like his sophomore year. And I almost got, you know what? Go ahead. Finish your stuff, Guru. Go and finish what you said, Guru.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
want to
take a
bring
walk on
Owani now, huh?
that. No,
You
I'm
want to
not.
bring Owani,
See,
huh?
no, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. Go ahead, finish what you was gonna say.
But you know what? He has not had a big game against Garfield. They kind of play more physical and they bottle him up. So maybe he gets the message from the guru and plays harder. But right now I didn't see it. And so I think for Seattle Prep, they're going to need him because Beckham King is going to get his 20 points. Okay, Christopher's going to get his 15 to 20 points. That's 40-45 right there. That's not enough to beat Garfield. So Mitchell's going to have to step up and get his 15, 20 points. Then they have a chance to beat Garfield.
Now, I will say, because you said about Beckham King, I think Juju needs to take that personally. And I think he needs to take that personal that, that you just automatically giving Beckham King 20 to 15 points, even though I think Beckham King is he's been terrific this season as well. Minus his minor injury, he's been great. So can Juju stop him? That's a great question right now.
Well, Juju can slow him down a little bit. I think for me with Juju is we got to get Juju the ball down low. I mean, we have to go through Juju inside and out.
A little biased
I
right
mean,
now.
I thought Garfield was doing a better job of that, but they reverted back to hero ball. Everybody going one-on-one. Everybody wants to shoot all these threes. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it: Davis, Trip Haywood, and Wani. The only ones who can shoot threes. You other guys, you can't shoot no more threes because you're not consistent. You're missing too many shots. So I want to see Brandon Roy kind of bring some of them guys back in a little bit. Let's pass the ball around. Let's pound the ball down low, and Garfield get a little more discipline.
I do think they lost the discipline, especially in the third quarter, of trying to get to what the strategy was. And then they started running with Rainier Beach, which that's a no-go. And I'm telling you, that Caden Powers, it was a smooth crap. Did you see the damn pull-up, the healthy, the pull-up, and then come back? Oh, my God. He was robbing him smoothly, okay?
I mean, and then we got to talk about Baby Iverson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you see him
Baby
almost dunk
Iverson,
on somebody with the? Listen,
he's
okay,
freaky.
go ahead.
He's freaky.
Uh,
Baby Iverson is freaky. He's real freaky. He can jump. He can get to the basket. He can step back and create his space against anybody. And I didn't come up with that nickname, okay? Carlos Singer did, and I just ran with it, okay? So Baby Iverson, I mean, he is so special, man. It's like he's a gym rat. And he's always in the gym every day. Every day, his alarm goes off at 5 a.m. He's up going to the gym
okay.
every day.
Speaking of that, plays Eastside Catholic. At Bellevue College. How do you feel about
Okay, and
that, Bill?
okay. It's not a game. Rainier Beach beat them 99-70. They beat them 99-72 the first game at Eastside. They beat them 90-62 the second game. Why are we even going to this game, bro? They're going to lose by 25 plus. Eastside Catholic is too young. Yabi does not run the court very well. I don't know how he got first team. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say he's not a good player. He shouldn't have got first team over Juju. Eastside Catholic is gonna have to make some 3-point shots, but they don't have enough. I hope Coach Britt Merritt can, Coach Britt Merritt, he has to go ball. So I'm not taking nothing from Coach Britt Merritt. He lives down the block from me right now. He might come through my window right now in my cul-de-sac. His house is 4 houses down. Okay, we don't speak during the season. We don't. And then after the season, he'll cool off. And he'll see me walking my dog, and he'll say, "What's up, Bill?" And we'll talk about basketball. But we don't talk right now because I've been critical of Eastside Catholic over the years. And guess what? They're going to get beat by 25 plus versus Rainier Beach at the next game.
Damn it, Gina. Listen, it's your main man proving the play. We with the Guru right now. Anybody that will have any questions for us, you can always comment down below. We see some people that's in here. We really appreciate you guys always supporting us of what's going on. We want to know if you guys want us to broadcast the game. What games you guys want us to broadcast. We can't do the state tournament because that's not what we do. what we can do. We do what we can do. We can't do what we cannot do. So, with that being said, man, I want to tell you guys if you got any questions, especially for the guru, because you know Guru always got answers for you. And on another news, you know Garfield has selected their new football head coach.
I'm glad, man, because man, everybody was stressing about the the AD. Everybody stressing about the Garfield football culture. You know, from Weatherspoon and Curtis Wells bails out. I mean, what we gonna do here, man? I'm trying to get mad myself, man. We got a coach now. Can we move forward or what?
Well, now I think you can move forward. Now that we all know who the coach is. Do you
Who's the
know who the
coach?
coach is?
No, who is the coach?
Coach Rob Jones.
And where did he coach last year? I mean, where was? I'm trying to think. Is it?
He coached that on that team last year, on that Garfield team last year. He's a great person.
Well, I have a message for Rob Jones from the Guru,
Uh-oh.
and that message, Rob Jones, is get on that field, bring the talent out there, and win some football games, and compete, and compete, and compete, and compete. I don't want to see you over there with your hands crossed like Curtis Wells and Reggie being cool. We don't need no more cool guys coaching Garfield. We need some guys going to put their sleeves up, sweat. Don't worry about what the camera's doing. Don't worry about what everybody's saying. Don't worry about how you looking in your pants and your jacket and your Garfield gear on. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these coaches proof not putting it all out there trying to win these games, because that's what it's really all about. Too many guys trying to be cool and worry about how the hell they look.
Okay. I mean, I can respect your opinion. I do think with Rob Jones, I think he'll be a great mind. You know, he's been in the community, he works in the community, so you know, I don't know a whole lot of his football IQ or whatnot, and I'm not going to question that either, because you know everybody needs a chance to do whatever they need to do. Yeah, I
You know
just
what?
think
You know
he
what?
needs to get the talent.
Jermaine Delgado is
That's
right.
one thing. What you just said. You need didn't you just say something about he needs the talent?
He needs some talent. And Jermaine Delgado was right. I mean, Reggie Weatherspoon was a special coach. I love Reggie Weatherspoon. I love his dad, the preacher. I love his family. You know, I love Rod. I love his whole family. You know, but what we're talking about it now is Garfield. They need an injection of energy, bro, from the coach, and not just people coming in there, you know, being nice. No, they got to start practicing. They got to hit the weight room. There has to be more dedication to being great. They have to be watching film. They got to be spending time in there proving. It has to be something serious. Garfield has had too much talent over the years not to be winning football games. You know, that's as simple as that. And you know what? You know what? I just seen Jamar Jones come on. You know, Jamar Jones, man.
Too much
Hey,
talent over the years.
that bar. I'm gonna be out there, Jamar Jones, man. I want some fish and chips, bro. That looking too good,
You know
man.
what?
Too good.
You know what? I just seen Jamar. I tell you, Jamar Jones. We gonna bring proof in the Guru to your restaurant. We gonna do a live show at Jamar's restaurant. How about that, Proof?
Yeah. Let's do it.
How
Let's
about
do
that?
it.
The Proof and Guru show gonna come out there to Jamar's, and we gonna really get it in.
Yeah. See, I thought TZ just said it. I thought it was Reggie Jones. That's who I thought it was. The coach from here.
Hey, listen, I'm just telling you what it
What's
is.
up,
It's
Daryl?
Rob Jones. It's not. I mean, everybody thought it was Reggie. I understand.
Right.
Just telling you from what my sources is Rob Jones, not Reggie Jones. I mean, you know, one can criticize and all of that. See, Jamar Jones said it sound good. That's what I'm talking about, Jamar. We going to Jamar's Sports Bar. That's what we need to be at, okay?
See, so hold on. We got to go back to Rainier Beach because David King's ain't talking about Beach Boys. Okay, so they won the championship, and I'm down there, and David King is looking at me, how you know
Oh,
what?
yeah, you had your purple suit on, bro.
Hey, you're right. But you know what, D King? You won the Metro Championship, bro. Garfield plays for state championships. You haven't won the state championship yet, so let's slow down. Let's slow down a little bit. Let's slow down a little bit, okay? Because you have to win the state championship, and you're gonna have to go through Garfield to do it. And so you're going to have to beat Garfield. You're going to beat Garfield probably two more times at least. That's going to be a tough task. It's going to be a tough task for Rainier Beach. You know, you got to do it in the dome because last year you lost to Eastside Catholic in the championship. Okay, you lost. So, hey, the game's going to slow down. You're going to get punished by Juju down low. Trip Hayward's going to have 30 in the dome. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Dead King, slow down the cockiness because you won Metro and get in the Guru's face and slow down because you haven't won the state championship.
Hey, I didn't say none of that. I just wanted to make sure y'all understand that it wasn't me that said it. Don't mind me. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure everything.
And you know what?
I'm trying to read y'all comments
Because you know what? Proof. You proof. And proof. I'm gonna say something too about Gab Smiley and them Garfield girls because guess what? To me, they overachieved in the sense of Sarah Lessig is hurt. I got a picture with Sarah, by the way. I'm gonna post that picture. But Sarah Lessig, she's a superstar. She's hurt. And Garfield girls still almost won that game. And they got to the Metro Championship. So I'm proud of them Garfield. I'm proud of them Garfield girls right now. But I do want to say something to you, Gab Smiley. Stop this, bro. Get that ball down low to Star Smiley. Okay, you gotta get that interior presence going on the offensive end, Gab Smiley. Give Star, your daughter, you give her the ball down low. Let her go to work more so Garfield can get a little bit more cohesiveness inside and out because the guards are playing well. The most is playing great. Mariah Roy, she's playing, she's playing like Brandon Roy and BJ Roy right now. She's balling. So get that ball down low. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the star player who we know that is, of course. So let's just get that ball down low a little bit more.
I got to tell them the games right now. 3:45, Seattle Prep plays Garfield at Newport High School. And then at 7:15, we have Bellevue versus West Seattle at 7:15. So that's at Newport High School. At Bellevue College, we got Liberty versus Blanchette. We got Catholic versus Rainier Beach. See, you need a bigger screen, Bill. That's why I put it on my screen right here. I got it on my screen, so I don't have to get my. I think I need to get my eyes. Never mind that, Bill. Now I want to ask you why you think O'Day didn't win against Blanchette. That's what I want to ask you, really. I see you did the Reggie Miller. I'm not gonna do that. I just want to ask you.
I didn't see the game, but talking to people, I'm gonna be real. O'Day lost the game because they got beat by a team doing the same thing they always do, playing conservative basketball. The great wizard, the mad scientist, and we don't all give Kirk credit. Gary Ladd, don't say nothing because Gary Ladd's the one who talks about all these McDonald All-Americans. He has 3-4 state championships. He's a great coach. He got beat by Blanchette with his own game, the backdoor cuts, the discipline. And Kerr was a victim of his own system. You have the better athletes, the better players. Let him go and run. He's always keeping a man like a horse with his hand with a rope tugging it around their neck, telling them to slow down and pass the ball around. You gotta let him run. You got Braylon Webb, you got Webster, you got Corbino, you got all these guys who can run and gun. And you're sitting up here, you got Brooks. Brooks is playing at a high level. Let these boys run, and they beat Blanchette by 15. But instead, you want to play half-court basketball and show how much of a genius you are and pass and backdoor.
Come on. You gotta give him. Come on, Bill.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
I think at times you do got to let him go. But I know when the times get crucial and you need to really run a half-court set, you can't. It gets really bad when you can't run a half-court set. I've seen those running gun teams struggle with teams that actually can run a half-court set.
Well, and Blanchette has all guards too, and I wasn't there. Beauchamp told me, he was there. Beauchamp said they play hard and they scrap and they rebound as a committee. They don't turn the ball over. I mean, I think Blanchette's playing some good basketball. I mean, they obviously have to give Blanchette some credit. I just don't want to just dump all over Blanchette. But for me, O'Day should not have lost the game, and I am disappointed. I'm disappointed in O'Day. You know what I'm saying? They're the only private school in the hood, really, that gets the state championships. They have a lot of Seattle kids on there. I want to see them guys get to the dome, and they're not get to the dome, so the guru's not happy about that. And we got to blame Kirk. Got to blame Kirk for that. Got to blame Kirk for that.
The players play, though. So I got to say that. The players do play. Now, Coach Reggie Witherspoon's on here. Hey, what's going on, Coach Reggie Witherspoon? Coach Reggie Witherspoon is on here. He said Garfield is restricted in what we can and can't do, bro. We have talent, but not the resources like the private schools. Let me be the first to tell you, as a head coach of that program for 5 years. So I just wanted to let you know he responded. Coach Reggie responded to you.
Okay, and you know what? I mean, he had some talent, right? So, and they went deep, they went far. The problem is that a lot of these ADs, they want everybody to reapply for their job. So the word was Reggie didn't want to reapply for his job. He felt insulted. Brandon Roy had to reapply for his job. Craig Jackson at Franklin had to reapply for his job. So you have to reapply for your job, and we know it's not fair, but I don't know, because what I'm hearing, Reggie, is there was an ego with you. You didn't want to reapply for your job. Newsflash, you got to reapply for your job, okay? And you didn't do that, okay? So now maybe he didn't want to coach, maybe he didn't want to reapply, and I get it. I'm not trying to show shade on him. I love Reggie, man. He knows I love him. He's a great coach. I just, because I'm really sad he's not at Garfield. I really want him to be at Garfield. He was a great coach. And then the other news that I heard from some sources was that there was some favoritism going on, that you had some talented guys that weren't getting the ball, and you want to keep the ball in your son's hands or in one of the other favorite players' hands, and you have too much talent to do that. You should have been spreading the ball around, getting more guys.
Wait a minute, though. Hold on. Reggie got to the playoffs consecutively.
Right.
Did he win a gold ball? No. He was a formidable team. I have to say that. I don't know about all of that favoritism and all of that. That can be subjective, neither here nor there. But he was a winning coach.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say that. But to reapply, I don't know. That is in the workings of everything and what we can see and project. Hey, right? But he's not there right now.
Well, these are sources.
I
don't want nobody. The gurus trying to be hard. These are just sources that I'm hearing from my sources. I'm reporting the news of what
there we go. Bill, get on my side, okay? We on the same
I'm just
side.
reporting the news. I don't want to be enemy number one because I'm not trying to do that. But I don't have a script in front of me, so I got to speak from my mind and my heart. So I'm not holding nothing back. And they were saying that there was some favoritism going on. But no, I thought Garfield did really good in football. Proof. I mean, I thought they went far. They did really good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but two, we also have to understand that the standard of excellence for Garfield basketball and football is win a state championship. So that is what we want to do, and we understand Garfield football is not like Garfield basketball, but that is the standard. That is the standard.
It is. Bulldog boys aren't as consistent as they should be.
I'm already enemy.
She's a shooter, not a post.
Why you saying that?
Gab Smiley said she's a shooter, not a post. But I appreciate you though. That's what Gab.
Well, you know what? I get that. But I think what Gas might have to understand is, well, you have to get her down and get her in there to get some shots in the post and get a presence down there. And they have to get to the foul line a little bit more. I mean, this is the guru, my perspective on it. Where the Garfield girls need to get to the foul line a little bit more, be more physical down low, and get some easier baskets, and not just rely on the guards driving and shooting jump shots. You know what I'm saying? So that's just better that way. We got you got Marvin Kasim on here, man.
I think Messi Marv might be on here now.
Messi Marv on here.
Hey, Messi Marv might be on here now.
But you know what?
Messi Marv gonna be on here.
We got to give Marvin. I'm gonna give Marvin some credit with this though, because I work at Chief Self, and I'm gonna tell you some real stuff though. I mean, dude was a 5-time state champion in track. I mean, the 100, the 200, he's the 400. The guy, and then he was all-state football receiver. Ended up going to UW to play football. But I'm gonna give Marvin some credit right now from everybody. Marvin Kasim, man, he was a superstar at Chief Self, but he still didn't go to Garfield. So you know what I'm saying.
And he do not like y'all. Okay, I'm gonna tell you one school he does not like. If it would be any other school, listen, it's one school that he does not like in particular. If anybody know what, man, listen, Messi Marv don't be. Hey, listen, he do not like.
You know what Marquise Smith just said? When it's Garfield one state, and you're right. You're right, Marquise. That's the point. Like, I mean, but for me to even talk about Garfield one state football, that's the job that Reggie Weatherspoon was doing. He was doing so well. He had us so excited that we could actually get to the state championship. That's how good of a coach he is, and was. That's why I really wanted him to stay, because he was getting that standard of excellence for Garfield. And the fact he's not there just kind of it makes me mad. I wish he was there. I mean, he did that. Because Garfield football, man, they were They were in the ground. They weren't even, they was nowhere around.
Well, I mean, Reggie brought a lot of consistency to that, and but I think Rob Jones might bring a culture that is different than somebody else, and maybe he will be that exciting coach that you would want. But as far as the re-signing and the favoritism and all of that, I don't know. That's something I wouldn't know.
Okay, so I got another message for Rob Jones, and this is my message to Rob Jones.
Uh-oh.
We got a bunch of kids, 7th and 8th graders, football players for Rainier Beach, CD. You're a football guru, Pooh, so you know about the Little League more than I do. But those kids coming out have to start going to Garfield and not go up the street to O'Day to play football. And how do we do that? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to compete against O'Day, you know what I'm saying? And they come in your house and tuition is $30,000 and you don't have to pay the tuition. Okay? So we have to be real. The private schools are getting all the kids, Eastside Catholic, they're going to O'Day, they're going to Seattle Prep,
So
kind of low.
so you're saying what can we do to get them to stay in a public school?
Yes, we got to get them to go to Garfield. We got to get them to go to Franklin to play for Terry Green and William Saffo. Some great coaches, guys who play, All-Americans in the high school, play college football, play pro football.
So what you're
Mario
saying
Bailey
is they got to make sure that they get some of these the talented 7th and 8th graders.
They got to get some of those kids,
Gotcha.
and I'm gonna help some of the parents. When you go to O'Day and you're sitting there for 2 or 3 years, you're not playing, and you're mad and you're wondering why. That's why you should be at Garfield. That's why you should be at Franklin so you can play and get some numbers and get some college scouts coming to your games and so forth. Why would you go to O'Day and just sit there?
Well, I mean, you sitting there and you're in the playoffs. I mean, you got tradition. It's a lot of tradition and rich tradition in the history in O'Day. That's what I would say. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody else would say
Yeah.
something else that's alumni of O'Day, but I think it's a great school for what it is.
O'Day's football excellence. I love O'Day. O'Day's football excellence. They win state championships. They got the old master. I'm gonna call him the old Jedi master, Mr. Monty Kohler. And me and Mr. Monty Kohler have gone back and forth about some things at O'Day. When he was trying to keep me out.
Oh, wait a minute! I knew Messi Marv was coming.
The Yodel, the Yodel. What's Marvin talking about? So he O'Day has all the kids, bro. We got to start getting some of them kids to Garfield, bro. We have to start getting some of those kids to Garfield and not let them all go to these private schools. Okay? It's getting on my nerves, and we can't get none of these kids.
That's what it is. It's kind of getting on your nerves. Now, Messi Marv said the only way to do it is to show up at these youth football games. That's what Reggie Witherspoon said. Your presence as a coach speaks volumes to these young men.
Okay.
Messi Marv said Garfield has never been a powerhouse football program. Why can't the football program sneak in place like the basketball program does?
Well, we see what Marvin's doing. We see what Marvin's doing.
Oh,
we see.
I can't even listen. Messi Marv, appreciate you tuning in to the Roundup. I appreciate that. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We should do this more often. We got to go to Jamar's Sports Bar to actually do the show like we need to do the Roundup. You know what I mean? This is the Roundup. It don't get no better than this. My co-host Bill Elleby, the guru, he's here. He's even talking football right now. Did you hear him talking? Well, anything Garfield. He's really biased to Garfield. He don't want to say it, but he is. He is.
Yeah.
But.
And I'm biased to Rainier Beach because I'm in the South End as we speak. I grew up here going to Rainier Beach. So, for me, it is Garfield and Beach, and they are the football, meccas of the state of Washington right now, right here in this in this radius of miles right here. So, at the end of the day, I mean, they are the best. They are the best.
Marquis said when it comes to football, O'Day is a well-oiled machine. Yes, it is. It has a lot of tradition, rich in tradition. I think, O'Day has that rich tradition of, you come along in football. You don't just automatically get a starting spot, which, I think a lot of people like the fact that people earn it, which is great.
And I think it's the fact that I just miss the old days when you have Franklin competing. It's so fun when Franklin is good in basketball and football, you know what I'm saying, because it helps the city. And you know what? I am gonna give a shout out to Tavar Proctor. I mean, Tavar did a great job at Franklin. You know what I'm saying? He did a great job coaching those kids, and he was winning some games. And
He
I'm proud of
definitely
what he did
did.
this year. I am proud of what he did this year. And they got those two bigs. They got their bigs coming back next year. They're gonna miss that. They're gonna miss Santana. That was one of my favorite players. Santana was a senior, but hopefully Franklin gets some guards in there and keep it going. Keep it
Definitely.
going.
He said Richland versus Gonzaga prep is on Thursday for the championship this week. So we got to give some shout out east of the mountains. Shout out to Terrence Thompson that's out here. He always watches the show, but he's out there east of the mountain, Tri-Cities area. Richland plays Gonzaga prep for the championship this Thursday, so that's gonna be pretty big over there.
That game is already that game is already over.
Whoa, really?
That's Richland all day long.
Jesus.
That's Richland all day long. I'm sorry,
Gonzaga prep ain't been Gonzaga prep been good all season.
playing well. I hear you.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
you might
playing
know a little
very
more than that
well.
than me,
So
Proof.
I think it's going to be a lot better than what you expect. I think the Northrop kid and that 6'8" kid they got in the high post is really playing great basketball at Richland. And that's a Hoosier school for me. I think Richland is one of the Hoosier schools. They always do well when it comes to the playoffs and that tournament and the dome. They always get to the dome and really make some noise. But so does Gonzaga Prep. I think the 4A championship is up in the air. It's way too many teams to mention in 4A that I think that's going to be able to make some noise and be able to compete for a gold ball. Now in 3A, it get real slim, Bill. And that's what Bill. I've been trying to be biased because everybody needs to get love everywhere, but we got to be real here. The best league in the state is in Metro. I can take the bottom 8 and they can go elsewhere and compete for a championship elsewhere. But I don't want to say that it can't be done because it can. I just think the best league is Metro. I'm not going to be like unbiased to that, but whatever.
But I
It is
think
what it is.
what we're about to see, like we always see Proof every year, is we get to districts, we get to state, we don't have the Metro referees, and the game slows way down. It's called differently. You have to adjust. And so Coach Mike Bethia, what he has done over the years, and even Garford is, he has this all-star team, and guys coming off the bench, there's no drop-off. If somebody gets in foul trouble, they can still come in and play at a high level and win. And I think that's what Michael Bethia has right now. And then he has Petty and Powers who can make shots, because you know what? Get ready, because Rainier Beach, they're going to face a lot of 2-3 zones. And when them 3-point shots aren't going down, which they won't be going down all the time, Rainier Beach is going to have some close games in the Dome, and not all blowouts like they've been having in Metro. There'll be some closer games for sure.
That's for sure. I think when somebody said something about 4A, Camas is a good team. When I say the 4A is wide open, that Ethan Harris, that junior, he might be one of the better juniors I've seen this year. Okay, 6'7", can dribble, pass, and shoot. He can really play great basketball. I'm telling you that right now, Bill. That 4A is up in the air.
See, this is what I don't like when Fred Brown comes on here and talks about, Fred Brown's my guy. That's my partner in crime, Fred Brown Jr., head assistant at NIC basketball, the National JUCO Powerhouse. We know, Fred, you're doing big things down there in Idaho and that snow. But when Fred comes on here, Proof, talking about there's good players around the state, just stop it. Just stop it. The best players are in the city. We got the most players, because you sound like Beauchamp and Yakima. That's why he brought Marjan over here from Yakima to the Metro League. So let's just stop it, all right? There ain't no players over there, usually. There's not. The best players are right here in Seattle. So let's stop that, Fred Brown.
Ooh.
There's good players
now,
everywhere.
they are
Just
some
stop
good players everywhere. I will say
Just
that. But
stop it. Just stop it.
Okay, you know what? I'm not going to go there. Hey, Midtown, Freddie Brown, I'm with you on that one, okay, Midtown?
Go.
Yeah, it's Lattimore Ford. They said Lattimore
Damn.
Ford is hurt. I don't know how hurt he is, or I don't know. But they said he's hurt. That's a hurter from outside right now, especially going into the playoffs if he's really hurt.
Yeah, I seen the video, man. It's very unfortunate. Lattimore Ford, he's obviously one of the best players in 2026 class, but it's his partner in crime, Brady Hennig, he's going to Boise State commit, so he's gonna come take up the slack, and now instead of getting 20, he's gonna get 30 a game. He's gonna get 30 a game.
Yeah,
Fred said I'm biased. You know what? I mean, name me some of the best players that's not from Seattle around Fred. So I understand what you're trying to say, Fred. But at the end of the day, I mean, we can go down proof the whole list of Metro kids, man, that are the best players in the state. After Powers, after Petty, after Braylon Webb at O'Day. You know what I'm saying? Nico Christopoulos, Beckham King. We got Alex Pierce at West Seattle. He's a dog. I mean, there's so many dogs here, man. We got Jeremiah White. He's at Foster. He's a dog. Like, there's so many dogs up in here in the Seattle area,
and
man, all around.
District 2, I will say District 2 is the best district in the state. When it comes to basketball, football is kind of, it varies, but I think for all of that being worse, I want to know your predictions on who's going to win these games, Bill. We're going to have to go down this list right now
Yeah, let's
and
do
see
it.
who's going to win these games, Bill. Okay, first, we got at 3:45. We got Seattle Prep versus Garfield. Who you got, Bill?
I mean, I got Garfield, not because I have to, 'cause I'm wearing a hat, okay? But I'm not, somebody said it earlier, they're kind of nervous about the game, and I can see why. Yeah, there is some nerves about that game because Seattle Prep, they got three-headed monster, and they play well. And they're not scared. They played Garfield twice already, so they're going to be coming to play basketball. But I think with Juju down low and the way Garfield guards have been playing, and they're playing better together, Garfield is. So I think Garfield's going to, be Prep. I think it's going to be a close game. But I think Garfield wins that game by 8 to 10 points, and go on to the next round, the next championship round.
Okay, so Garfield's going to win that game.
Garfield's going to win that game.
Boom. Now we got West Seattle versus Bellevue. Kinko champions. Who you got, Bill?
Man, I want to put my Metro hat on and take West Seattle. I really do, but I think Bellevue's going to win that game. I do. I think Bellevue's going to win that game. They're the Kinko champions, and I think they have something to prove against the Metro teams. And they're not playing the top Metro team, by the way. So I think Coach Kelly knows he has to win this game, and it's a must-win for Bellevue. And so for that reason only, I think Bellevue pulls out all the stops, and they're going to win a close game. They're going to run out the end. It's going to be close at halftime, but then Bellevue is going to kind of make their way and beat West Seattle. But West Seattle is good. I mean, it's not going to be an easy game, but I think Bellevue wins that game. And the game is at Bellevue College. So
the game is at Newport High School.
Oh, what's that? Newport. It's still on the east side. So I think Bellevue's going to win that game. I do.
I got you. So now, the games are going to be at Bellevue College. Liberty versus Blanchette. Blanchette that just beat O'Day. They're on a high right now. Jason Whitaker been on fire all season for Liberty. How you think this game going to end, Bill?
You're gonna bring up Jackson like that and give me cause to pause because Jackson, that kid can really shoot the ball. I seen him at Ritton. He kind of got stifled by Bellevue. That's gonna be a good game, Proof. That's gonna be a real good game. I'm gonna go with Blanchette. They just beat O'Day. I think Blanchette beats Liberty. I do think Blanchette beats Liberty. I think that they're gonna have to play some good defense on Jackson, but I just don't think Jackson has enough help. I think he'll get his 25. But I think Blanchette will win the game, and it'll be in the 50s because both teams don't really have a lot of scoring like that. So I think it's gonna be in the 50s, 40s. It's gonna be a kind of low scoring game. But I see Blanchette winning that game.
Well, and Roydell said, Gap said, how did Blanchette get in? They actually got in from the bottom bracket. Even though they lost to West Seattle, they were in the bottom division. So they won that consolation bracket to get into it. And then they beat O'Day in the first round.
Hey, man, I don't know why Jermaine Miller's in here, bro. I mean, he gives me a plate of food a year ago. I can't get no more food. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him coming up on here live, man. with his big stogie, man, making me laugh, man. How you doing, Jermaine? You know you're my guy, man. Come on, bro. I need some. I want some.
We need to
oh, no,
play for
proof.
our live stream. Tell them
Proof.
we need a to-go
Proof.
play.
I want some fried chicken, and I want some ribs and macaroni and cheese and some greens and cornbread, and I'm good. I'm good.
That's what you need, and you can broadcast the game. That's
I'm
what you
good.
need to broadcast the game. Hey,
Yeah.
Dev Chef, you hear this now, Dev Chef? I hope y'all hearing this. Okay, we need some fried chicken now. We don't need the collard greens and all that. I don't think you want to eat all of that while you broadcasting the games, or what you sure you want to get that?
Yeah, I need to eat
Said
some.
already, just get at them.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's good as done. Okay, so if that's what you want, we just got to make sure that's what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? What you want, I don't know, TZ said I broadcast for that. Look, damn, we can't even get. Hey, TZ, stop trying to. Hey, man, don't do us like this, TZ. Metro 7 and 8 both go to district, but Blanchette was 8.
Oh, hey, Granville Emerson got robbed at gunpoint. He is the Mark Jackson. No, for real. He is the Mark Jackson of the Metro. Here he got Seattle Prep to get to this high level of basketball, and then they want to bring in a white coach. And I'm gonna say they're gonna bring in a white coach from West Seattle who got in trouble at West Seattle. Transgressions. I don't know. The sources say he's drinking with the kids. He's racial slurring. I don't know. This is what the sources tell me. But Granville Emerson should be the head coach of Seattle Prep right now. He got that whole program. He was there for 10 years, 12, 15 years. I don't know, maybe 20. And then Granville Emerson doesn't have the job anymore. So, man, if it wasn't for Nico Christopoulos and Beckham King, I love them guys and their families. I would not root for Prep, but I'm going to root for Prep because of them guys and Miss Real. I'm going to root for Prep, but Granville Emerson, bro, should have that job.
Hilarious. So, I would say, I hear you on that.
Okay.
We got to get to this next one. You said Blanchette will win against Liberty. We're going to the next one, Bill, and the next one is Eastside Catholic versus Rainier Beach at 8 o'clock at Bellevue College.
I'm gonna take off my glasses, bro, and I'm gonna get my pillow, bro, and go to sleep. There's not even an answer there. I mean, why is Eastside Catholic even showing up for the game? The game is already over. The game is over, bro. The game is over, man. I think Rainier Beach is gonna run out. I mean, Rainier Beach is on a mission right now. The way they're playing basketball, every game's been the same. There's been no letdown, and I think when we all complain, well, co-MVPs, Powers and Petty, co-MVPs, because we all know Petty has had a more consistent year because Powers was sick early to start the year. So when they named them both co-MVPs, and we did that last game, Proof, those two were playing at a really high level, Proof, a really high level.
Listen, Caden Powers did this, man, he did a pro move out there, and I promise you the defender was trying all he could to get to it, and he just couldn't.
But I do think the key for Eastside Catholic is going to be the same thing for Garfield. Use your size down there. Use your size. Coach Brent Merritt needs to pound that ball down low to Yabi. The same way he beat Rainier Beach in the state championship last year. And I think that's part of the problem now because they beat Rainier Beach in the championship for that gold ball. Rainier Beach they're not going to let Eastside Catholic win. They're really still salty about that loss, and I think Coach Mike Bethea is going to have his boys ready to play. But Eastside Catholic, they can trim that game from 25, 30-point blowout to 15, 10 points by pounding that ball down low and then getting them some of them guards and some of them 3-point shots, and then go from there. So they have a chance if they can kind of slow it down a little bit. But that's a hard thing to do.
Man, when you got a smooth criminal and baby AI out there, I mean, Caden is really a smooth criminal. I don't even think he see anybody out there in front of him, man. That's the crazy part. But then when he don't want it, he missed the shot. The first time he missed the shot was third quarter, and then when he missed a shot, Jalen Petty just picks up where he left off. Okay, it was crazy out there. It was crazy. But you say Beach, by everybody saying the 30-piece hands, feet, and elbow grease. Okay, that is it.
You know what?
Terrell Elmore said Caden Powers is the key for them to win. Caden Powers is the key for Rainier Beach to win. That's what T. Elmore, the mayor of the Bulldogs, said.
Well, definitely, because I think at the end of the day, you can't just depend on Jalen Petty to score all the points. You know what I'm saying? So you got Caden Powers. When he comes out there and he's aggressive to start the game, takes the pressure off of him, then it's just like it's just easy money right then and there. And then you still got Niall Robinson. He can hit. He's hitting shots, and you have Dre Morris hitting some shots. You know, and then you have this freshman named Knowledge Wright who comes in the game and he's special. You know, so I mean, it's just hard to beat Rainier Beach, and then they play great defense as well. So they have it covered
That's
on
true.
both sides of the court. You know, hey Marty White, they missed Jeremiah though. Jeremiah White, man, he had a great year at Foster, man. I mean, I love
What do you
that kid.
mean? He had a great year. He's
He's
having a great
having a
year.
great
And
year.
they're right now, they're in District 2A district semifinals. They got to play Lindbergh Tuesday night. That's going to be a crazy game, Bill.
That's going to be a great game. Now, I did some games with Lindbergh. Lindbergh is good. That's going to be a great game right there.
James Hunt, the fourth or something like that, the little 6'8" kid from Lindbergh, he's for real, Bill.
He is for real. You know, I am concerned about Lindbergh's guard play, so we'll see how that kind of adds up in the game. You know, but I look for Foster to go ahead and get that game. Jeremiah White, he's playing like an all-state player right now. You know what I'm saying? An all-state player. Oh, man, let me take my glasses off, man. I just seen the GOAT's name come through there, man. The GOAT. And I ain't talking about Jason Terry. I ain't talking about Jamal Crawford. I ain't talking about Aaron Brooks and Nate Robinson. I'm talking about Doug Wren, the GOAT, man. When I see the GOAT's name on here.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
Welcome to the roundup.
We got the GOAT on here.
To the roundup, Doug Wren. Take your glasses off out here.
I got to take my glasses off now because I don't want to look too old when the GOAT comes in.
Come on now.
We got the GOAT, man. You know, he went to UConn, man. That boy Doug Wren, man. The ultimate baller from the town, man. Really put Seattle on
James
that
Huff.
map
That's
nationally.
his name. James Huff is his name. Oh yeah. They play tomorrow. You know, Bill, we gotta first of all, we got a hard decision to make, Bill. There's some games being played, and we don't know which ones we need to be broadcasted. Everybody's saying it's the 30-piece with this Rainier Beach game. You know, they ain't really saying nothing about if we need to be over here at this game over here, though.
You know me, I always want to broadcast the show because I think anytime I get a chance to see Jalen Petty and Caden Powers, and then you also we got to throw in Coach Mike McThee in this journey for this you know 9th state championship. Like it's just kind of crazy watching Rainier Beach and his team and see this journey. And I really want to be a part of that journey to see Rainier Beach if they can go all the way. And remember, they haven't lost a game in state since November 30th.
Annie Wright.
November 30th when they lost to Annie Wright. I ain't gonna forget the day. It was November 30th, and they lost to Annie Wright, 74-70. I will never forget that. Because that might be the only loss in state. Proof seriously, that might be the only loss they get in the state this year.
That might be true, but we got to play the games to see. I do think it's going to be a tough road to state. I don't think it's going to be easy, but I think everybody's built right now for it. I do think so. We're going to so that means we're going to watch the Eastside Catholic versus Rainier Beach game. That's what we're doing.
We gotta watch it. We gotta watch the matchup of the championship from last year because you know what? I want to see Eastside Catholic respond this time. I want to see them respond better than these blowouts that they had, and I think they will. I think it would be a closer game. I think they're gonna kind of slow it up a little bit, pound that ball down low, you know, and really they have to play better defense. You know, anybody who wants to beat Rainier Beach, you have to play some defense. You know, and you can't run with them guys. You cannot run with them guys.
He won 4 games last year. Now he's a champion. Yeah, Marty White. Big shout out to Coach Petty. He should have been Coach of the Year, they said, but I think he's doing a great job. I think all of that don't matter as long as you're trying to get and fight for a gold ball at this point, I feel.
Yeah, they're going to have to go to Yakima, too, play over Yakima. And, you know, we got to shout out Renton coach Rashad Powell. I mean, he's been doing a great job at Renton. I mean, he really has, and I really feel for him because he lost the McNeese brothers to Renton. He lost Daniel Jackson to Garfield, right? And then he lost the shooter to the prep school, and he's still in the playoffs. Am I correct, Prue?
Yes, you're absolutely
He's
correct.
still in the playoffs. So we gotta give Rashad Powell some kudos, some respect because you know what? He's still in the game, man. He's still working hard. He's still coaching those kids. He's an AD now, and I love him. I love his dad. I respect him a lot, man. He's a high man of character, man. So shout out to Rashad Powell, bro. I hope you guys, make a little run here in the state tournament. But back to what I'm saying with Foster, when they get to Tacoma, when they get to Yakima, like Renton, there's some real close games. And Coach Jerry Petty, they're going to have to do one thing. One thing my guy Proof always says, they got to do what, Proof? They got to make their free throws.
All right, man. The difference between a good team and a great team is how well you shoot free throws. And if you can't shoot well in that dome, in that environment, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you. Now, we can go off of all kind of logistics or, what people got to do. But if you miss 6, 7 free throws, I'm telling you, you're not going to win the game. It's going to be real hard for you to win the game. Win a state game, missing 6, 7 free throws, that's going to be hard. That's just my take on it.
Well, yeah, definitely. They got to play smart basketball. Don't turn the ball over. You know what I'm saying? And then we all know Jeremiah White. I mean, he's playing for 2 years in the state of Washington. The other guys on the team, as Charles Barkley said, the others will have to step up too and hit some shots for Foster.
And Nathan Hale plays Renton.
Mm-hmm.
Renton has to go to Nathan Hale, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, and you know what? I'm pulling for Mark Garza at Nathan Hale. If you don't know, this is his last year at Nathan Hale. He's stepping down as coaching Nathan Hale, and so now it's like I want to see him do well. So I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of torn at Nathan Hale and Renton game right now. But I think that's going to be a really good game. It's going to be a really good game.
So somebody's what now? Somebody's quitting, stepping down.
Mark Garza is not coaching Nathan Hale next year. He's not coaching Nathan Hale next year. So, I think Freddie Downtown Brown might come and get that job. I'm putting it out there. Downtown Freddie Brown get that Nathan Hale job.
So it wasn't a reason for that. It was just he's not coaching anymore.
Yep, this is his last year at Nathan Hale.
Wow.
He's stepping down. Yeah.
And he's getting to the playoffs. He's in the district playoffs right now. He's stepping down?
He's stepping down, yeah. And that's from the horse's mouth. He's stepping down. So I thought he's done a great job there. And, his best players, of course, Ishmael Guile, he went to Roosevelt. So he's lost some of his players. So I think, he's going to step down this year.
Jesus. Okay.
Well, you know what? Gab Smythe's making a good point because it is confusing, all this 2A, 3A, because after the 3A, we have teams from the Metro that drop down and compete in the 2A. Okay? So they don't go to 3A, they go straight down to 2A. And so it is getting very confusing looking at the brackets and how Metro decided to do all this.
For me, it didn't get confusing to me. I just thought that we did need some 2A players. We got almost 20 players in one league. And
then we got Lincoln playing 4A. So we have Metro 2A, 3A, and 4A.
We got more teams getting a chance to go to the dome.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I think that's a good thing to have more teams having a chance to go to the dome. That's just me personally. It is getting a little confusing, but the tournaments are confusing all in the least.
Well, I just hope Garfield stays in 3A and not go to 4A like before when Tony Rowe and them guys went to 4A and they lost to that stacked Federal A team, and then they had to go across the bridge and play, Skyline, all them schools across the bridge. Remember that? That was like, no way.
Yeah.
Like we want to keep Garfield.
Yeah, I don't think we should be doing that. I do think it should be 3A and 2A. I don't think it should be a lot of 4A teams. But I do think if we give enough 2A, we give other kids and other teams a possibility of winning or competing.
Yeah,
not to say that they're not
right.
competing.
But Garfield, Roosevelt, and Ballard, they're in the 4A cusp of it, right? Because they have so many kids.
No,
And so then,
Cleveland's not.
huh?
Cleveland's not.
Yeah, not Cleveland.
No.
Roosevelt, Ballard, and Garfield, they have all these
Mm-hmm.
kids. And then I'm hearing some teams, they opted to stay down in 3A, or they can opt to go up to 4A.
Somebody said bring the old Metro back. What is the old Metro? Somebody tell me what the old Metro is.
Oh, that's the legend, Terry Legend, man. Terry Legend, he might have the best jumper in the hood, man, of all time in that Metro League. He has to be up there in that top 5 of shooters, man. Terry Thompson, man. He's up there with Bill Elleby and Trey Simmons, shoot that rock, man. Lavelle Brown, who else? Got a couple guys who can shoot that ball like that. Derek Fields, he's up there in that conversation, the legend. But the old Metro, we brought some of that back though, Terry, because now we have the top bracket playing each other twice. That's the old Metro 2 playing each other twice. But the old Metro, we had all these teams in one. The old Metro was 2A and 3A. This is the old Metro in that sense, Proof. But they're competing all 3A all year. So the old Metro was 2A when you had Chief Self and Rainier Beach and all them guys down here in this 2A, Nathan Hale in this 2A. And then you had 3A, Blanchett, Garfield, Ballard, all these guys in 3A. That was the old Metro when I played.
Yeah, it was 3A and 2A, right?
It was 3A and 2A.
Yeah, but now we got Lincoln, which is 4A. They opted up because they got tired of losing. That's why they opted up. It wasn't any other reason. And they got a playoff game out of it, which is fine, right? Schools to compete in Metro. Okay. Messi Marv had a point where he said blame the 4 formidable Metro schools for that. Shit isn't confusing at all. That's the only way for other schools to fucking be competitive in Metro, which I think is true, is that you have to either go down to 2A or go up to 4A. I think 3A is really congested, and I think, we don't need 16 teams in 3A. We can give me 6, out of them 18 teams, you can get 6 teams in 2A, and they can compete. That's all I would say.
But I think Marvin's going back to what I was really talking about in the Metro League, and the athletic department, Tar and them guys running out the department were exposed in the sense of you have games where it's 100 to 10, and they didn't want that. That's not a good look when you have a high school team beating another high school 100 to 10. It brought a lot of bad blood, and then it wasn't competitive like Marvin's talking about. So now it's more competitive. You got the top teams playing each other twice, the bottom playing each other twice. But look at you remember Roosevelt was really good last year, right? And then they want to come up this year, and now they're getting beat, right? So Blanchett, you know what I'm saying? What you see? Now they're playing down, and look what kind of year they had. Now they're playing up. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the top Metro. It's hard to beat the top Metro teams, the Garfield and Rainier Beach and O'Day.
It's hard for anybody in the
yeah.
state to beat them.
Yeah,
you're right. I want to get on to some other teams right now before we get off of here. Rainier, Mount Tahoma High School is having District 3 semifinals. Federal Way versus Lincoln. Now, Lincoln, I think they got the best freshman in the state. I don't know. You might want to think somebody else does. But Lincoln A does what I think is the best freshman in the state, a little quick. Federal Way has have a great team. They got Los is on there. T. Wilson. They got the guard from Garfield. He transferred to Federal Way. They're actually doing a great job right now defensively. What do you think about that game, Bill?
Baby Quig is special. Okay, they're not special. I've been repping this games at AAU for the last 3-4 years. He is special. He is special on special. And he got some other guards as well. It's kind of names for my hair right now. I don't have the roster in front of me, but they're special. But they're young. They're young. And so I expect Federal Way to win a close game. I really do. I expect Federal Way to win a close game. And I know Lincoln's playing some high-level basketball. People from the corner be like, here go Bill again. So I know Lincoln's playing some great basketball right now. They beat Bellarmine Prep. They won the Narrows over there. But I expect Federal Way to play good basketball. I do. And I think Federal Way, being a little bigger down low, they should be able to kind of pound the ball down there. And but I wouldn't be surprised if Lincoln did win that game. I wouldn't be surprised, but I like Federal Way to win that game. Close game.
So And another close semifinal game. Gig Harbor beats Bellarmine Prep 56-53. That's the number 4 seed losing to the number 12 seed. Gig Harbor now has to play Auburn Mountain View, which was undefeated most of the year besides losing one game to Federal Way. Now, they play Gig Harbor at 8 o'clock at Mount Tahoma. What you think, Bill?
I like Mount Tahoma. I like Mount Tahoma. And they
No,
got some
Gig
good players.
Harbor. Gig
Huh?
Harbor. Gig Harbor plays Auburn Mountain View, not Mount Tahoma. It's at Mount Tahoma, but it's Auburn Mountain View.
I'm gonna go with Gig Harbor. You know, I know Craig Murray gets on here. He knows why. You know, Gig Harbor, they got some shooters over there, man. Gig Harbor got some shooters over there. I'm gonna go with them. I think they're gonna shoot the ball better from the 3-point line. You know, you watched that All-Star game last night. Everybody's shooting threes, and I'm gonna go with the best three-point shooting team in this game. That's Gig Harbor right now. I think Gig Harbor wins that game.
Ooh, over the number 1 seed. Okay, I like that.
I do.
I like that, Bill.
I do.
Let's get now. I'm gonna go up to District 1. We got to talk about some teams in District 1 right now. District 1 got their 3A brackets out. Shorecrest and Edmonds Woodway is 1 and 2. Shorecrest will be playing Monroe on the 19th. Bill, we might need to go up there.
Yeah, Shorecrest coach been calling me, man. We got to get up there. Shorecrest, man, they've been really good the last few years, man. And they got some winning culture right now, and they expect to win. I think the kids expect to win. So I think Shorecrest they should make a good run this year.
Well, they play in the semifinals on the 19th at Marysville Pochuck at 5 o'clock. And then at 7 o'clock, Shorewood plays the number 1 seed Edmonds Woodway with Cam Hyatt.
Cam Hyatt can play basketball. I mean, the kid can really play basketball. And you can't play him straight up. That's how I feel about Jalen Petty and Powers. You got to double them guys like that. You try to play him straight up, it's going to be hard to beat him. You got to double.
It's going to be very hard to beat him. I think Edmonds Woodway is a favorite just as well as Shorecrest. I think Shorecrest has some guards that was on that team. They were freshmen on that team when they went to the Dome with Parker. So I think Shorecrest has been right there on the cusp trying to get a winning championship pedigree in there. And I think they're going to be really good. Monroe's been good all year. They have been I think they got one loss in their conference. So they've been good all year too, but I just think Shorecrest has been a little more tested. And I think they'll win too as well. But Bill, before we get off this phone, I got to know from the people. We gonna be at this Rainier Beach versus Eastside Catholic game, huh, Bill?
Yeah, but that Garfield Seattle Prep game too. That game is gonna be.
That's gonna be something serious. Now I don't know what you want to do. Now Hey, I'm with you wherever you want to do. Now it's gonna be hard trying to hop and skip and then jump. I'm with you though.
Well, let's figure that one out because we gotta try to somehow get to both of them games if we can.
Well, yeah, I think we can get to both of these games. But I do want to ask you. I don't think a lot of these people know who your first team was. Tell them who your first team was, Bill, so we can get that out the way. And then tell them, do you got a prediction about who's going to win the state title? You just think Beach is going to win it? I mean,
Beach is the favorite to win the state championship right now, So we're gonna revisit that, but right now Beach is Beach is gonna win the state championship right now. Just the way they're playing basketball and the way them guys are really just playing together, So I did see Garfield start to do that now, though. They're starting to play better together, But I am concerned. I'm concerned about Garfield's defense and their lack of pressing and their lack of attacking. And because you're not going to press Rainier Beach, because you're not playing high-level defense, you cannot beat Rainier Beach. You just can't do it. You can slow it down and give Juju the ball and score 30 points all you want. But unless Garfield's going to play defense, they don't have a chance to beat Rainier Beach. You can't beat them.
Is that the only team that has a chance?
I think so. Only team that has a chance, yes. The only team that has a chance is Garfield. The only team.
Ooh. That's what's
up.
And what do you say?
But you know my first team all Metro, I had Jalen Petty was my MVP, okay, and
Okay.
then I had I had Trip Hayward, point guard. I had Caden Powers, I had
Okay.
Braylon Webb, and I had Beckham King, and then I had Juju Irvin. So
Okay.
that was my first team Metro right there.
Uh,
You know.
uh,
And then
I
and then
appreciate
my
that. You
second
can
team.
go to second team. You can go with your whole team if you want your whole squad.
Well, yeah, then my second team. I mean, if I can remember, I had Niall Robinson and Dre Morris, and I think that was kind of controversial because people thought Niall Robinson, who Metro coaches gave honorable mention, shouldn't have been that high. But I wanted to reward, you know, definitely wanted to reward the Rainier Beach Vikings, you know, for
Well, I
winning.
think Niall was the most efficient point guard we had in Metro this year. He did not turn the ball over. He shot at a high clip from the 3-point, and he was very selective at his 3-point. I think he ran a great ship for Rainier Beach. With all the talent that he had, he got them all working together. I really think that was a great. Annie Wright is 1A. Annie Wright is not 2A or 3A. Annie Wright is 1A, and they beat Rainier Beach the first game of the season. But I will say Annie Wright lost to Bellevue Wolverines, which Bellevue will play West Seattle tomorrow.
Yeah, guys. Michael McNeese was on my second team. He was on my second team on Metro. Michael McNeese. You know, I mean, he's had a great year. I think he's averaged like 15 points off the bench. So I mean, you got to give him his credit. Like you can't reward other kids. You know what I'm saying? For that, and they didn't you know what I'm saying, have what he had. I mean, he was, you know, nobody played nobody played like him.
Somebody said Annie Wright better win that 1A state championship. I hope so. I would hope they do. That's the whole goal, is to
I
win the
agree.
gold ball.
I agree. I told Heather Harshman that too. I agree. I think they have to win that. They have to win it. You know, otherwise everybody's gonna say it was a fluke that they beat Rainier Beach. But I think they're gonna win it. I would think they're gonna win it. Proof. I mean, you know, when you got that, you got Jeremiah Harshman playing point guard and Kaponger like that. You know, you got the other, you got Lee. I mean, them guys should definitely win the championship. You know, but you know who they got to play? Probably they're gonna play Lyndon Christian, who's always really good. So that's gonna
Yeah.
be a tough game.
Yep. And with that being said, man, listen, they're seniors now. They got it. Oh yeah, you're right. The seniors, they got it. I think they got it. I think Annie Wright is right there in the thick of things for winning a state championship. They know what it feels like right now. They've been there. They lost in the championship game last year, so they know the taste of defeat. So I think they're gonna come in there real hungry to do that. I think another person that another district another class I'm really looking at is that 2A, because 2A got with Davis over there at Bremerton. They're going to be at the Dome. Jerry Petty's going to be at the Dome. Rashad might be at the Dome. You just said Nathan Hale's coach is going to be stepping down after this year, and he might make it to the Dome. This is crazy that we got people that are making it to the Dome but actually stepping down, and we don't know why. That's crazy. Meanwhile, big congratulations to Garfield head football coach Rob Jones getting that job. Hopefully he can turn it around and have them be successful and consistent. But for us, it's basketball season, and Seattle Prep versus Garfield is one of the games it's a must-see game right now. And me and Bill gonna be calling it out. So I can't wait to get that to call that. Then after we get there to call that, we're gonna race over there to Bellevue College to call that game as well. So big shout out to everybody. Guru, do you have any last words?
Yeah, let me finish the second team because Brian Webster was on my second team with Abi Yaklov, the center from Eastside Catholic. He's on my second team. Okay. Then my third team, I had Nico Christopoulos, and I had B.J. Roy from Garfield, who had a 27-point game at O'Day. So he's been playing well. And then I had your boy Nirvan Misra. Okay. And then I have Alex Pierce from West Seattle. Then I had Anthony Washington from Roosevelt. Okay. And then my coach of the year was Coach Mike Bethia, which to me, probably got the biggest snub out of everybody from the Metro coaches because he definitely should have been coach of the year. You know, having an undefeated season like that. I mean, that made no sense. Proof that he wasn't the coach of the year. Just none. No sense at all. And then then I had Juju Irvin's probably my defensive player of the year, but then I had Jalen Petty, and I had Michael McNeese, and Daniel Jackson from Garfield. And I think Daniel Jackson, he needs to get this message loud and clear. He has to compete and outplay his little bro from Renton, Michael McNeese. He does. He has to play him mano a mano, keep him off the boards, and say, hey, all the friction is out the window. He got to play. He has to play. Daniel Jackson's the key for me for Garfield to beat Rainier Beach, rebounding that basketball and playing defense.
I think that will relieve some of the pressure off of Juju, and Juju, it'll get more. If everybody attacks the glass, I think it'd be a lot easier for Juju to get more baskets and more easier buckets. I will contest to that.
And then Berlin Webb was my last player in the all defensive team, Proof, and that was my team. Petty, McNeese, Jackson, Webb, and Juju Irvin. That was my all defensive team right there.
Well, thank you for that. All defensive team. Gap was talking about Nirvan. Nirvan was nice. Not sure they see Nico having the better year. I think Nirvan and Nico had a great year. I think Nico had a lot more on his plate where he had to drive the bus, and I think he did a great job in doing so. I think Nirvan I think he was the best shooter in Metro this year, and I think he needed to be well deserved. And knowing that he was the best shooter because he was shooting it at a really high clip.
You know what, Gab Smiley, stop it, bro. Because you know what, you don't guru me right now, Gab Smiley, because you are right. Dash, he bottled up Trip Hayward at Garfield. I mean, he took the ball from him. You a charge from him. He bottled him up. So Dash could definitely be on that all defensive team, Gab Smiley. I definitely thought about Dash, man. He's a tough point guard for Eastside Catholic. So let's see what he does with Petty tomorrow night. See if he can kind of slow him down a little bit. But he's definitely worth it being on that team.
I do. Yeah, y'all can say all y'all want to about all of that, and I think that's all cute and fine and dandy. But if Yabi don't wake his ass up right now and play some real basketball out here and know that he's a big man, he can actually control the tempo of the game, then Eastside Catholic's going to be struggling a long time as long as Yabi don't wake up around here and understand he has to be dominant for them to compete.
And I'm being honest. I'm not lying. And this is what Al Harris used to do to us and Craig Jordan and get in our faces and scream in our faces with split coming out of his mouth and sometimes slapping us in our face. We were mad before every game. Yabi needs to be mad. If Yabi gets mad and takes it personal and start playing like the big man that he is, Eastside Catholic can go all the way back to that state championship game. They can. It's all on Yabi to me to go in there and just kind of, exercise his demons in that post, man, and get down and dirty down there. He has the skills, Proof. He does.
That he does. He definitely has the skills to pay some bills. He just has to understand he got to start paying bills right now. And ain't nobody going to give him no gold ball. He got one the first time, right? He got one last year. It ain't given to him this year. So
well,
I think,
I mean, Gasmai's right. They're running too fast for him. I get that, because I thought to see him start the year off, he was a little out of shape. He looked a little bigger. He wasn't running the court well, but he looks better now. So I think Yabi's ready to play.
I definitely hope that is the true statement. Bill, you got any last words before we get out of here? We've been on here an hour.
Hey man, I can be here another hour, man. I'm with the Proof, man. You know what I'm saying? You the man, Proof, man. It's like we've been doing this for years, bro. And, we go back and forth sometimes, man. Everybody wants to see us come together and we do our thing and we come back, we do our thing. But at the end of the day, man, we've been doing this for the last 10 years, bro. 8 years, 9 years strong, like helping these kids, man, and talking about basketball, man. And so it's the Proof and Guru show, man. I had a ball this morning, man. It's been real fun.
I do this more often. And Jamar Sports Bar, we gonna come, and the Proof and Guru gonna come down. We gonna have the show there. Don't you fret, Brett. After state though, we gonna have to do it.
Yeah. And I want some grits. I want some fish and chips.
Oh, we
I
gonna
want that good.
do a brunch. We going to brunch,
I
soul
want
food
that good
Sunday brunch.
old tartar. I want that good old tartar sauce.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying for no drinks. I want it all free.
We out.